Good evening. I would like to tell you about two interesting markets for the medium and medium-sized companies of the Western world, Brazil and Mexico. Brazil, as we all know, is a protagonist of the economic medias worldwide. Actually, it is growing, fast-growing country of 190 million people, over 190 million people. GDP is around, growth is around 5.5%. Inflation rate is around 4%. And the GDP per capita per head is around $10,000, a little bit less than $10,000. What is important is that there is an extended middle class in Brazil, due also to the strength of the local currency, the real, and this is very important because it allows a big consumption of many brand-driven durables or semi-durables, and also the growth of the country, because it is a big when the middle class is extended, you have a faster growth in a country. It is not easy to enter in Brazil due to a lot of bureaucracy and highly complex fiscal system, and a particular language like the Portuguese that not everybody knows. So it is very important to be supported by professional people to enter the country. But I highly recommend to study this market and to think about it, because many observers think that for the next 10 years the country will grow due to a lot of the infrastructure investments, because of the Olympic Games, because of the Soccer World Cup. So the investments will find the time to have a return, a payback. Talking about Mexico, this is a different reality, not as known as Brazil is, but definitely worth an insight, a look at it, because this country is a big country, is 115 million people. It has a growth of the GDP by around 3% and an inflation ratio of 4%. And the per head GDP is around $10,000, approximately like in Brazil. The differences between Mexico and Brazil is that Mexico is is depending on United States. Actually, 75% of the import-export activities with the United States. But now that the United States are starting their recovery, Mexico as well is following the United States. The society is more polarized than Brazil. Actually, we have the rich and a lot of poor people. Therefore, it is a difficult country. But for example, due to the presence of a lot of high net worth individuals, it is an interesting market for luxury goods, for fashion, for brand-driven durables. It is not highly complicated from a fiscal and technical point of view, and the language spoken, as everybody knows, is Spanish. So it is definitely worth an insight, because it can give a lot of sales satisfaction, depending on the sector, on the industry you work on. Also, it is a very good production platform in case you are interested offshoring production because of the cost of labor and a certain tradition in setting up plants and do production. A lot of car manufacturers, for example, have their own plants in Mexico.